Namaskar, myself M.K.Mishra, TGT English of JNV Deoghar, Jharkhand. What is a story? A story is a series of events told for entertainment. A story casts a magic spell on all of us. A story gives us inspiration and moralistic belief. Now the elements of a story. First, character. Second, plot. Third, series of events or incidents. Next, make sure first sentence grabs the reader, and last, natural flow of speech, easily understandable language. It's the development of a story. First, title, then good start with catchy line. Development of character according to the theme and outline. Create suspense and drama with logical sequence of events. Think how, where, and why questions. Think of unexpected twist occur at the end, and you must have the happy or tragic ending to finish your story. Now avoid these things while you write a story. First, don't use supernatural characters. Next, don't write moral of the story at the end. It should be left for readers. Next, don't make too long, maintain word limit. And finally, avoid spelling mistakes or grammatical structure or mistakes in your sentences. Hello friends, Namaskar. Myself M.K.Mishra, TGT English of JNV Deoghar, Jharkhand. And my topic of today is how to write a story. Dear students, as you know, it is a high scoring question of 10 marks in CBSE class 10th, and so it is very essential to practice from very junior level from class 7th. So my first task, I would like to say, what is a story? You know, a story is a series of events or an account of imaginary and real people told for entertainment. A story, there are so many incidents, so many events of the real people, of the imaginary people, and we connect all the events in the very logical way, and the story is for our entertainment. A story that casts a spell, a magic on our minds, and so you can say that a story is a series of events. Okay, now the most important question for you is how to write a story. This is the real task of today. How to write a story. आप story कैसे लिखोगे? You know, story writing is an art, and this is a great art because while you write a story, your examiner assess, your teacher assess your power of imagination, your creativity, your writing skill, your accuracy in your grammatical structure, and all the things are being assessed by your story writing. So it is a very important task, and you must learn how to write a story very, very carefully. In the examination, the two types of questions are asked. परीक्षा में दो तरह के सवाल पूछे जाते हैं. पता है कैसा? First, using given outlines or visuals, we have to develop a story. You have been given some outlines, and you have to develop the story to using that outlines. Sometimes you may use your own ideas also. You may add own ideas also and develop a story. Second type of question is that besides the outlines, some are the visuals also, and that visuals you have to see and then develop the story. The second type of question is some starting line related to the theme is given, and you have to complete the story using your own ideas, own creativity and imaginations. So there are two types of question pattern asked in the examination. Okay. Now the most important task, that how to develop a story in a logical sequence. आप कैसे स्टोरी को लिखोगे सही तरीके से? part wise I am going to discuss here. You have to write very attractive but short title based on the theme of your ideas, your imagination. Whatever the theme you have decided, according to it, you have to select most attractive title, because your title plays a very important role while the readers read the story. Title may be in the beginning of the story, title may be at the final point of the story. Second, start your story with catchy line so that you can draw the attention of the reader. Do you know what is the catchy line? Suppose there are some visuals. Long ago, there was a man. He was very worried about their sons. One day, while the man was in deathbed, and it happened so. These are some of the catchy lines, and you should start the story with the catchy lines so that you might attract the attention of the reader. Okay? Second, while you write a story, you have to choose character like a hero, like the villains, and some other short character according to your theme. But keep in your mind that there should not more and more characters. Characters should be limited while you are writing the story, so that you can write very easily. And selection of characters should be very suitable because it will play the important role. Next, the question is how to develop now your ideas. There are some words like how, where, why, what, how many, how much. These are some of the questions. When you know the answer of these questions, you develop an idea in your mind, and then you can create a story. Okay? Next, the most important thing, the finish of your story. The story should be finished with an unexpected twist, either happy or tragic. Because while you develop the ideas, then you must create suspense, you must create horror, and while doing so, then the attention of the readers automatically draws. And when there is a twist in the story, then it will create more and more curiosity. So there must be the unexpected twist, like the happy twist, like the tragic twist. आप जब स्टोरी के कैरेक्टर्स को और उसके प्लॉट को बनाते हो, तो उसमें आप ह्यूमर भी डाल सकते, उसमें आप हॉरर भी डाल सकते, सस्पेंस भी डाल सकते, और फिर जब आप फिनिशिंग टच देते हो तो देयर इज अ ट्विस्ट, उसमें एक यू टर्न लाओ ताकि रीडर्स के ध्यान को आकृष्ट किया जा सके. एंड फाइनली try to create the story with a theme which may convey the social message, because your story should not be the meaningless. While the story is finished, then your teacher may ask, what do you learn from this story? What is the message of the story? What the story writer would like to tell you? And so the story must have a message. So always keep in your mind, otherwise your story will be meaningless. Now, one more thing I would like to discuss. While you are developing the story, you must keep in your mind that what you should not do. आपको क्या क्या नहीं करना चाहिए, क्या नहीं करना चाहिए. Avoid using the supernatural characters like the aliens, the ghosts, and some invisible powers, because it creates superstition in the mind of the immature students. So try to use the real figure. I hope that you might have read so many stories, that book Panchtantra in Hindi, Panchtantra ki kahaniyan, stories of Panchtantra, where the animals play the role of characters, animals play as a human, and every story has a message. Like that, your story must have a message. Don't try to misguide. Don't try to create superstition. आप अंधविश्वास पैदा करने की कोशिश ना करो. Next, while there is a question, there is a word limitations. Write the story in 100 to 150 words. So don't make your story too long, because when your story will be too long, nobody pays his or her attention to read so long story. So the story should be concise, brief, to the point. Okay. Next, avoid spelling mistakes and the sentence structure. While you are writing the story, it is also your test of the writing skill. It is also your test of the grammatical accuracy. And so, keep in your mind, there should be no mistake either in spelling or in grammar. And last point, while you writing the dialogues of the characters, then dialogue you may use in direct narration also. Put your dialogue in the inverted commas, means first person, and it will make your story very attractive. If you follow these methods, no doubt the examiner will assess whatever he or she wants to assess, whether your creativity, your writing skill, your accuracy in grammar, your power of imagination, everything will be assessed by your story writing. I hope you will follow these methods while you write the story, and you will try to write a story yourself, and you will be able to score the highest marks in your examination. Thank you very much.